Hello student. Today in this module we have to discuss about the second part of the chapter, that is gender, religion and caste. In our previous video, I hope you all get understand about the gender issues in our country and what was the problem of gender discrimination that we have to know there. In this module, we have to analyze about the second part of this chapter, that is religion one. In this religion one, we have to divide it into three parts. One is religion. We have to know three important views which is given by the three important areas about the religion. Then we have to know about the communalism, which is the consequences of the religious problem, and last we have to know about the secular, which our country is known as a secular country, and what are the constitutional provision we have to get here, that's we have to know. So first we have to get started with our first topic under this module, that is one, religion. You all know that religion are very much important. Caste and religion, these are the most important topic which we are nowadays in our society are very much used, and in that two important topic here we have to know about the religion. So first we have to know that there is a three areas on which one important topic, important viewpoint given by the three areas. One is that given by the Mahatma Gandhi, second is given by the organization human rights, and third one by the family law. So within these three areas we get an important viewpoint of them to understand that what is religion and what they think about the religion. So let's start with the first one, the views of Mahatma Gandhi. What Mahatma Gandhi think about the religion? He always said that religion can never be separated from the politics. Why? Because Mahatma Gandhi never think that religious is only worshipping to God. It's connected with Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Rather, Gandhiji always believed that religion means the work which they do, the morality, the moral values, the religious values which every religion taught to every citizen, that is the religion. So Mahatma Gandhi never think about that, never believed that religion is about connected with any god or any Hindu Muslims idol, but religion meant to Mahatma Gandhi was that the values, the moral values, the ethics which is related to the religion, which a religion or any religious group providing to the citizens in the way of showing them the path in the society, that is religion. So for that reason the Mahatma Gandhi always say that religion can never be separated from the politics. In politics, whenever he believed that politics must be guided by ethics drawn from the religion. So he believed that if any political leaders or if any political organization they are following the religion into their politics, then automatically there should be no issues will be created for the religion. That means he believed that in politics also the peoples have to use the politics or the politicians or the organizations of political parties, they have to use the politics along with the morality, along with the ethics, along with the values, and they should be run their political career with some values. For that reason Mahatma Gandhi believed that politics never be separated from the religious, because religious always taught us about the moral values in the society, and as well as politics should be used that guide that value so that it will be run smoothly. Next views we have to know about the human rights group. So what human rights group give views regarding the religious differences. Now it argued that most of the victims of communal riot in our country are people from religious minorities. Government should support them. Means according to human rights group, they always believe that whatever the problem arises, whatever the issues arises among the religious matter or any kind of problem among the two particular religion, these all kind of communal rights are created only when the minorities, majorities are dominated the minorities, and government should support them. The government should support that the majority should not be dominated the minorities, and the minorities who are the victims the minorities who are tortured by the majority, they should get a right, and that is called the religious, actual meaning of religion. So according to human rights group, the actual meaning of religion means when the minorities get over from this kind of issues and domination, and the government are supporting that people, the victim also, that means they are doing the religious matter in the field of politics. Next one is that view of the women's opinion. The women group, that the family laws, they also give some kind of opinion. What are that opinion? The family groups are always said that all the religious, whether it's a Hindu religion, Muslim religions, or anything religious, all the religious, all the communalism, all the groups, they whatever they are doing, the issues or the tortures always be suffered by the women. The women are always discriminated, whether it's any kind of group or religious matters. So government should change this kind of laws to make them more equitable. So government have to take care of that whatever the things happen, the women should not be get affected, should not be discriminated, so that the women get actual the right in the religious matter also. So these are the three different views which we have seen given by one Mahatma Gandhi Human Rights Commission or Human Rights Group on the women's movement through the family laws. So by this we can understand that religious is not only related with the Hindu, Muslim or Sikh. Religious also related with the moral values. It is related to not to securing the minorities. It also related to secure the women from the discrimination. So religious is not in a narrow way. It is not kept in a narrow way so that it will be kept in only related with the gods and idols. But along with that, religious also related with all kind of values, all kind of laws, all kind of proper guidance, so that no one will be discriminated, no one will be victim. Now we have to know the next part, that is about the communalism. So the word communalism, you maybe heard this term, but you don't know about the term communalism, but in your day-to-day life you heard this one. What is communalism? The communalism means when placing one community over the others is communalism. When one particular community, if I'm giving example, previous days, when the upper class peoples, they are dominating in the lower class peoples, that is known as communalism. When one particular majority of, if I am giving example of the Sri Lanka, which we have observed in our first chapter, power sharing, there we seen the majority groups of Sinhalas, they dominated the minority groups of Tamils. So that is called communalism on the basis of the communities. When one particular religions group are dominated the other religions group, that is communalism related on the religious basis or based on the religious basis. So basically communalism is connected with religion, connected with community, connected with caste system, connected with gender discrimination. So communalism is normally means that when one particular community, whether it's a religious based, it's a communal based, or it's a gender based, when it dominated the others one, it over the other one, that means the communalism. Now in your chapter you have to know about the communal politics. Now what is communal politics? When the demands of one particular religious group are formed in opposite to another, and when the state power is used to establish domination of one religious group over the rest, that is called communal politics. See, if I am giving an example of the Pakistan, though I am not using any controversial or any things, but if I am giving example of the countries where the religious group is, the major religious group is Islam. So whenever the government also give preference to the Islamic one and not giving to the others religious important, when the one particular religious groups are demanded are fulfilled by the government than other minority religious group, in that timing we call it as a communal politics. So whenever one particular religious group's demand will be will be fulfilled in the place of the another religious group, and when the state power or when the government also using this kind of religious matters and dominated one religious over the other, that is known as communal politics. It is based on the idea that religious is a principal basis of social community. Whenever the communalism are connected with the politics, that time it is said that the communal politics are always based on the religious matter, because its basic principle, its basic criteria is stand upon the religious matter. So whenever the religious issues are created, that means there the communal politics will be started. Now we have to know about the what kind of different types of communalism we have seen in the forms of politics in our society. So they are here basically we have to know 2 or 3 forms of communal which can be take place in during the time of the politics. So let's start with the first one, communalism in everyday's belief. See that what does mean? That means in your day-to-day life, it is involved that we are following the prejudice or stereotypes types of regional communities and believe in the superiority of one's religions over the other. See, most of the peoples right now they are not believing in this kind of stereotypes or prejudice things, but in many places we have right now we have seen or observed that the peoples of those who are sitting in the position in the religious area, in any religion area, whether it's a Hindu, it's a Muslim, they are by capturing, by using the citizens, they are using some kind of stereotypes or some kind of prejudice things which they are using to dividing or to creating the problem from one religion to the another. If I am giving one example, a random example of that, suppose in any religion, if they are saying that our religion is mainly important, our religions, if you do this kind of things, then the God will give you the reward. If you do this kind of thing, or if you not following your religious matter, or if you are following the others religious matter, then the God will punish you. So some kind of politics or some kind of superstitions they are created so that the peoples are believing on that, and they are judging one person along with its religious background, and also along with that they are judging to the others. For example, if I am saying that one particular person, he is not very much hygiene, or he is not doing their work in a proper manner, or he is very cruel, or he or she is very short tempered, or any not very good human being. So if she is not in our religion, then we think that that person which is so cruel or who is so crude, the person who is belonging to which religion, and then according to the stereotypes manner we are judging that all religious, that all people's group of people of that religion belonging, we think that religions are really not very good, that peoples, those who are belonging to that particular religion, they are all are cruel, all are like that. So we are somehow are using our stereotypes mind for judging one particular community, and also from due to this reason we are giving importance to one particular religion than the others. So this is called communalism in everyday belief. Political mobilization. Now we all know that during the time of the vote, or during the time of the meetings of any political parties, they are very much using the religious matter during their time of the meeting, so that the peoples with their religious emotional, they are giving vote. Even they are using the symbols, like some are using Om, some are using the green that orange color in their flag, some are using some kind of religious symbols, and they are using it when they wanted to do the politics, so that the peoples or those who are following to that particular religions, they come and give a support to that political arena. So this kind of political mobilization are very much used by the political leaders to capture their vote of the citizens by using the emotional field of the religious symbols or religious, even sometime during the time of the vote or during the time of the things, they are standing, they are nominating the person, those who are very religious, those who are believe in their particular religion, and due to by seeing that particular religious leader, we are giving the vote to that person only, and that is called political mobilization. Communal violence, riots and massacres. If I am giving an example of during the time of the, it is the most ugly form of things, because if you see or if you heard during the time of the partition of India Pakistan, there you will heard about, if you go through with the readings of the documentary films of partition, there you get that due to the reason of the Hindu-Muslim differences among them, somehow due to this partition, the most of the riots will be created. The Hindus will destroy, the Hindus will kill and murder the Muslim ones, and the Muslims are doing the vice versa. So this is one kind of riots which we have seen during the time of the partition. So many incidents are also happened during the time of this is known as communal violence or riots, when the politicians or when the leaders or any those who wanted to capture the society, what they do, they creating the differences gap between the two different religions, and they get the importance from there, they get a benefit from there. So this is known as the communal violence and riots and massacre, which we have seen whenever the two particular religions, they have a differentiated among their ideologies or among themselves, and they create fighting and violences in the society. This is the most ugly form of the communalism in our society. So I hope you all understand that communalism in everyday belief means when we are believing in particular religions, and on that basis we are imagine that particular religions are very negative, and we are thinking about commenting about the negative things on a particular religion which is not our own religion. We are somehow are emotionally giving our votes, or emotionally following one religion, or by seeing the religious leaders, or by some kind of symbols, we are giving all our support to that particular political arena. And the third one is the communal violence or riots, that is the difference between the two particular religions during the time and creating the violence in the society. Due to this all the previous kind of problem or communalism, our country constitution made one provisions which keeps that secular state of our country. So we have in our constitution many kind of constitutional provision which prove that yes, our country is a secular state. So first we have seen that in your fundamental rights we have one right, that there should be no discrimination on the basis of religion and caste. This creates the secular country of India. Then we also get all religions are equal, giving a equal importance. Everyone can practice, propose, propagate their own religions according to their own choice. No official religion we have in our country, there is no national religion we have, and there is also a band of untouchability, so that the peoples are not discriminated any lower religions or lower caste peoples, so that they will not be differentiated, or they will not be create as any kind of minorities base. So these are the some point by which it was showing that yes, our constitutional gives some kind of provision which create our India as a secular country. So I hope you all understand about this part or module, which we have known. In this model we have known about the religious views, some viewpoints upon the religious. We know about the communalism, definitely what is communalism and the various types of communalism, and we have to know about the India given us a constitutional provision which prove that India is a secular country. So that's all we have in this module and in this video. I hope you all understand. For making it yourself more understand, go through with the NCERT book and thoroughly read the lines of the NCERT books, and along with this video I hope you all will get an idea about the second part, religious. In our next part we will know about the last part, that is a caste issues in our country. Till then, continue with your readings and make understand about the gender and the religious part. Thank you, students.